Complete game coverage of the Cougars is right here on the KSL Sports Zone. It's a Friday night battle in Provo as the undefeated Cougars square off against West Virginia. Your home for the best coverage of Cougar football is right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. You're listening to Jake Scott and Ben Anderson on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Jake and Ben, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. We have made the connection. We are very excited about our next guest, Ben. He will be honored at tonight's BYU West Virginia game as the 2025 Community Change Maker of the Year. Of course, he was a West Virginia Mountaineer, went on to the NFL, became a two-time Super Bowl winning quarterback. Ben, he's thrown for 16,430 yards, not to mention 94 touchdowns. No big deal. We welcome Jeff Hostetler to the Jake and Ben Show. Jeff, thank you so much for a few minutes.
Hey, Jeff.
Hi, guys. How are you all?
We're doing terrific. We were talking in our last segment about what a cool opportunity this is for us to recognize, A, what you've been able to do with QB United. And we talked a little bit about the background, but can you give us some understanding of what you have set up, kind of how you got here and how you help people?
Sure. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys having me on. I played in the NFL for 15 years and know a lot of quarterbacks and seen a lot of quarterbacks. And these guys off the field do some amazing things, each one individually. But what I was looking for was something that we could do together and lend each other's voice together as a unit and try to make a difference, try to have an impact. And we started with an issue that I think affects probably everyone one way or another. We've all been touched by it, and that was the mental health part, the suicide prevention. And we just thought out of the blue, I wanted to know how and what could we do as quarterbacks to have an impact, and to try to make it simple, but have an impact. Use our voice together, and try to influence, try to have people join us in the fight against suicide. And every 40 seconds, someone dies from suicide, and it's a huge issue. And so I started one day just calling quarterbacks. My first guy that I called right out of the gate was Joe Namath, and I called. He took the call, which, I heard that voice on there, and I'm thinking, holy cats, what am I going to say? And, this is a guy that I've looked up to for a long, long time. And I just kind of threw it out there. Hey, Joe, would you be interested in a 10-second video? Just give me a 10-second video. We'll have a couple things that you could say, but speak from the heart. And he said, hey, I'm in. And he had been impacted by suicide. And so I made a bunch of calls out of the blue. 57 guys responded. We probably have 22, 24 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, MVPs, Hall of Famers. 7 decades of quarterbacks responded back and provided a little 10-second video. And we put all those videos together to help influence and help impact in a positive way our program, which was just to bring awareness to it and reduce the stigma. So the program was called Stay Here, and we were really just trying to get it out on social medias, and we ended up reaching over 225 million right off the bat. And so we've taken that video and we've just tried to apply it in different areas. And that's where we hooked up with the Cook Center and Greg and Julie Cook and Ann Brown and Mark Welling at the Cook Center, because they've got a program that they've been looking at trying to get into schools to help our kids, to help our teachers, and to help our parents recognize some of the signs, get information as to how do you approach it, how do you speak it, and to be educated by it, and hopefully we make a difference. And so we've been able to hook up with the Cook Center, and we have made our way into different states, into different school districts, and that's our goal, is just to some way, somehow let someone know that they're worth it, that they're valuable, that we need them. And as parents and as educators and as friends and relatives, we want to be able to know what we're seeing, know what we're looking for, so that maybe that kind word, that phone call, that pat on the back, that word of encouragement might make the difference. So I know I've rambled here, but that's sort of it in a nutshell.
Well, we want to talk about how people can get involved, and we will bring it home. But, Ben, we do have an NFL legend with us on the line. I got to ask you, what was it like to be on truly one of the NFL's great teams? I mean, I was talking to Ben off the air. I was like, you remember Dave Meggett? I mean, Lawrence Taylor, Bill Parcells. I mean, what is it like to look back and say, man, that team was pretty good? Well,
I tell you, I played 15 years and played with a lot of different guys. Played against a lot of different guys, a lot of Hall of Famers in that. I was blessed to be able to be part of that team. In 5 years, we won 2 Super Bowls, and that's pretty amazing. And it was a great group of guys that really worked together and, never quit. And, there are going to be rough times throughout the season, but the ones that are standing at the end, they've done some things. They've rallied around each other, and they've made it through some of the real tough times and come out at the end. So I've been blessed that way. Been blessed to play with a lot of guys, and LT and defensively we were stacked across the board, and offensively, we were a bunch of no names, but we were a tough physical team that you knew after the game that you had played the Giants. So. I'm really fortunate to be part of that organization and having won 2 Super Bowls.
What was Al Davis like?
Al was he was a football nut. I mean, he loved the Raiders. He loved football. He was really, really involved with the team, and sometimes that might not have been the best scenario, but he loved his players for sure. And, that organization had a lot of history to it, and it was great being part of it. But Al made a lot of history, and Al made sure that he ran the team how he wanted it.
Have you ever been to a game in Provo?
I have not. Really, really looking forward to it. I understand. You guys are undefeated and defensively really stout. A couple really good backers and a defensive coordinator that knows what he's doing. And I hear you have a young quarterback that's actually playing real well. So sounds like you have things going in the right direction.
A little dark tonight by the time the game starts at 8:30, but it's truly one of the most beautiful backstops or backdrops in all of college football. It's a great stadium.
Yeah, really looking forward to it.
Jeff, before we let you go, how can our listeners support you? How can they get involved, and what's the best way to kind of make a difference?
Well, we're really trying to have impact on the mental health initiative, and the Cook Center has done some great things with it, with their program, and it's a turnkey program. So there's some ways Cook Center, and there's ways through QB United. There's our websites on both. But also, if on a personal note, be aware. Make sure that you check up on people. Make sure that you don't assume that they're doing okay. Just check in and talk, and make sure everybody knows it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to have different doubts and things like that. We as friends, teachers, parents, educators, we want to make sure that we're fully aware. So, that's my ask is, take a good look at everybody around you and, make sure you're aware and give somebody a pat in the back, arm around them, a hug, tell them how much you appreciate them.
Well, Jeff, it's a real pleasure to have you on the show. Enjoy the game tonight. You're going to find out what a cougar tail is, so prepare
Hope you like donuts.
Prepare yourself
Hope you
for
like
that.
donuts.
But we appreciate what you do and for coming on. Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks, guys. Great being with you.
Thanks, Jeff. There you go. Super Bowl champion Jeff Hostetler with us here on the Jake and Ben Show. That conversation was a lot of fun. I had to ask the Al Davis question.
Of course.
One of the true characters.
Salazar would have fired you if you didn't ask about the Raiders.
And Salazar was right over there.
He was.
Making sure that we did.
Got his face painted. He's got a sword and a shield for some reason in his hands.
Want to remind you about our friends at Kenny J's Barbecue. They cater, they deliver bold, smoky barbecue no matter the occasion. Check out the catering menu at kennyjsbbq.com for weddings, work, and any event. kennyjsbbq.com.
Christian, good news.
I saved my job.
On
He
Monday.
came through, Christian.
Clutch.
Man, I hope you thanked Jeff when he
What's
when he
amazing,
called back in.
So the backstory is he did fake this. He did lie about getting him on. And after threatening his job within about, 2.5 minutes, you tracked down his contact information and got him on the air.
Well done.
When
Really
I try,
good stuff.
I can be great.
Really good stuff.
Home run, Christian. Home run.
Let's keep that urgency up.
Those Giants teams were really good. Really
Incredible,
good.
yeah.
Those defenses were just amazing.
Yeah.
Lawrence Taylor was an animal. I don't know if there has been a linebacker like him since.
Well, again, there was a level of violence that existed in the NFL at that point that is different than it does now. They have weeded that out on purpose.
Kind of a roller coaster personal life, but on the field.
They could be related.
Yeah, maybe. That mentality I guess you've got to have. So big thanks to Jeff. We will talk to you on Monday. The Jake and Ben Show. Hanson Scotty coming
Thanks,
up next.
Christian.
97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.